Hello folks, and welcome to part 2 of this course from zero to groove. My name's Pete, and in this session we're going to talk about how to hold the sticks, how to use your feet on the pedals, and also how to sit right. Let's have a look at it. This is an E-kit, electronic kit. It's the same principle whether you're on an acoustic kit or an electronic kit, same thing goes. Hold the stick between your first finger and your thumb like this, so it's nice and loose and have some movement to move around. Then take these 3 fingers and wrap them around the stick, curl them around, so that they can bring the stick into the palm of your hand. At that point you should be able to move the stick quite freely. I'm not holding it really tight like that, I'm actually really loose. The amount of effort to pull the stick out of my hand is minimal. That shows you how loose I'm holding this. This is your fulcrum or your pivot. That's where the stick is going to move. And you can experiment with this by moving your hand up and down the stick to see where it suits you. But generally, between about here and here is going to be the magic spot for you, depending on the size of stick you're using and the size of your hands. Do not hold the stick like a bat. That's no good at all. Make sure you've got a bit of movement in there like that. Same for both hands, by the way. There should be lots of movement between the stick and the palm of your hand, nice and loose. Once you've got that, make a triangle shape to the center of your snare drum or practice pad or whatever you're using. The triangle, by the way, being that your body is the back of the triangle and your arms represent the side. And then when you strike the drum like this, you notice how I'm lifting my wrists and then I'm using the power of my wrist to make the note. I'm not doing a big arm movement like that. That's not what's happening. It's all from your fingers. Now the triangle shape should stay the same no matter where you are on the kit. As I start on the snare and I move up to the toms and round this way, the triangle is largely coming with me. This is very important, and it helps to keep control as you move around the whole kit. And aim for the center of the snare drum and the center of each tom that you move to. Within, let's say, a few inches like that, you don't want to have one hand out here and one hand to the center, because it will make a totally different sound and sound quite weird.
So now we need to have a look at how we set our stool height. This is clearly a little bit too low, and this is clearly a bit too high. So instead, aim for a happy medium between the two. Use your common sense. So your stool height should work out something like this. You don't want your knee too high in relation to your hip, and you don't want it too low either. Try and work out a happy medium for you. Try not to have your stool too close into the kit either. If your ankle is in a straight line below your knee, you can't control your pedal properly. Equally, if your stool is too far back and your leg is stretched out in front of you, you still can't control your pedal properly.
Once you've got this right, then we're going to look at putting our feet onto the pedals. Put your right foot onto the bass drum pedal if you're right-handed. Obviously, if you're left-handed, you're going to do it the other way around. Left foot onto the hi-hat pedal. Lift your heel off the floor slightly, and we're going to use the ball of our foot, which is just behind the toes, to make a nice solid note like that. As for our hi-hat, we keep our foot rested down, and when we hit the hi-hat, we should have a nice tight close sound. I've jumped to the acoustic kit to show you this, but if you press down too hard with your foot, you'll end up with a very tinny sound. Not so good. If you're too loose, you get an open sound with open hi-hats. What you actually want is somewhere in between the two, like that. When we're playing on the hi-hat, by the way, our right hand will cross over the top of our left hand, or if you're a left-handed or open-handed player, it would be the other way around. Left hand will cross over the top of your right hand. So for right-handed players, over the top of your left hand like this. Okay, now that you've got the boring stuff out of the way, join me on part 3 to learn your first beat.